Like right now, me and Tank, like, it's weird because he love me to death. He know I love him to death. But we don't talk every day how we used to. Nigga, it used to be a time where you ain't see me without Tank or you ain't see Tank without me. But what happened was, what I think what happened was, he just like, damn, bro. I feel like he look up to me so much. It's like, I let him down. Cause he know. Cause he's somebody that really know, like, what I can do and how good I am. And it's like, he feel like, man, you tripping. You know what I mean?
So, Adrien Broner just went off on Gervonta Davis in a viral interview on the Fight Night Breakdown podcast that's breaking the internet right now. Yeah, this guy didn't hold back. He's calling Tank out for everything, including his controversial performance against Lamont Roach. And trust me, Broner isn't sugarcoating anything. It's not just a random jab. It's coming from someone who's been in the ring with some of the best, including Marcos Maidana, Shawn Porter, and even Manny Pacquiao. We've got so much to unpack, so buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into Broner's fiery criticism and why it could change everything for Tank's future. Is Tank truly the next big thing in boxing? Or is there more to this whole thing than we thought? So, let's break this down. The first thing you need to know is that Adrien Broner isn't just any random guy throwing shade. He's been in the ring with some of the best. From his rise in the sport to his ups and downs, Broner knows exactly what it takes to get to the top. He's been in those high-pressure situations, and when he talks, people listen.
You know, and when me and Tank go at it, sometimes he'll look at Tank and say, yo, listen to him, man. I'm good.
Hey, B,
They shot about
what's your thought on Tank and Floyd going back and forth, man?
I let two grown men handle their business, but they know whose side I'm on if we gotta go there, though.
And when he went at Gervonta Davis over his performance against Lamont Roach, he didn't just say a few words, he came in like a wrecking ball. His main beef? That Tank isn't ready for the elite competition if he keeps fighting like he did in that draw against Roach. Now, you saw it too, right? Everyone was shocked when Roach actually held his ground against Tank. I mean, Lamont Roach was seen as just a stepping stone, right? But he surprised us all with a performance that had people talking. Tank didn't look like the killer he usually is.
Did you think it was a draw?
No. I thought Lamont won.
Who you thought won?
Lamont.
You thought Lamont won? By how many rounds?
I don't know.
You still want the Tank Davis fight?
You said what?
You still want the Tank Davis fight? What went wrong? What went wrong? Take out a little steam or fire out of me, or is it still the same?
I mean, we're going to see. I'm the best fighter in boxing. I've been saying this, so.
Shakur, what went wrong for Gervonta in this fight? Just because, could we say maybe because Lamont didn't come in, they really...
I think he got overconfident. I think he was thinking Lamont wasn't that good. I told everybody how the fight was going to go. The fight went exactly how I said. Exactly.
After seeing this performance from Gervonta, do you believe your confidence has gone a little bit more up?
My confidence been up. I've been knew I was the best.
Keyshawn, what's your worst? What's your worst to Keyshawn? He just won his first title. Good.
In fact, he got visibly shaken during the fight, and some people even thought that Roach was the one who won. And that's exactly what Broner is calling out.
Clearly in there, man, I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate true boxing media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And, I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance again.
You'll never beat Lamont like that, Broner said. And those words hit hard. But what exactly is he saying? Well, Broner isn't holding back about Tank's flaws. He says Gervonta needs to step up his game, especially if he plans on taking on the big names in the division. He's implying that Tank is taking too many shortcuts. He's relying on power, but he's not developing his all-around skills.
Tell Floyd to get on live. Tell him show where he at. You owe them people over in Dubai that money. Tell him to get on live right now. And he owe people in Saudi Arabia money too. Broke ass nigga.
If you think about it, this isn't just a random rant. Broner's got a point. Tank's performance against Roach wasn't just a slip-up. It revealed weaknesses in his defense, his ring IQ, and his stamina. And you know what? If Tank doesn't fix these things fast, we might see him get exposed in future fights.
He came to see me. Dad, slow down, I'm worrying about you because, boom, he knows that I spend time with my amateurs. You know me. Both of y'all know me very well. Yeah. Don't I spend time with my amateurs? Yeah. All the time. That's my peace. And he know when I go spend time with my peace, I'm going through things. You know what I'm saying? When he was there, at least I know where he was at. Because it was something that we didn't do. It was something that we normally do. Y'all with me? And it was good for us to tell you the truth, because when I stepped back in the head biggest game and I haven't been there, it brought back so much memories. When we first started off, and him seeing all us working together, he was happy. And at the end of the day, what it's about, the fight.
Okay, so let's talk specifics here. Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach wasn't just a fight. It was a reality check for Gervonta. The performance he put on was, frankly, lackluster. For all the hype around Tank, he couldn't put Roach away in the way we all expected. And let's keep it real here. This fight was a mess for Tank. The knockdowns, the confusion, the fact that Roach was landing clean shots in a way no one saw coming, that's not what the fans signed up for when they tuned in to see the undefeated Tank Davis.
Shot there, Davis. Oh, there's a right hook to the body by Davis. Ripping that right hand. And then Roach rips a left hook to the body. Good stuff here in round 7.
Now think about this. Broner's criticism is coming from a guy who's had his own fair share of ups and downs, but has also faced some of the best in the game. He sees what's missing in Tank's game, and he's not afraid to call him out.
It was a good night for the sport. Didn't get what the decision I want, but we didn't get a loss either, so I felt like I won it, the last couple rounds, so it's cool. Lamont is a great fighter. Hopefully I could get that rematch because I know what I can do in a fight, but it's cool.
Tank, how much does it hurt to have the draw on your record now, and do you think it's going to stand as some sort of like renewed motivation for you, like the guys were saying, as you proceed through these next couple fights?
Yeah, it just put, food to the fire and things like that, fuel to the fire. But it's cool. It's cool. The draw is okay. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me, too. That was on me for sure. because I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up. And I could have definitely did more. Definitely did more.
What happened in the 9th round was key, right? Tank took a knee. No one expected that, especially when you consider the fact that he's known for being tough and explosive.
Yeah, he's like waiting. What happened?
What is he doing?
I'm one of the best fighters in the world, man, and it showed tonight. He probably wasn't welling when he said that grease got in his eye, but if you voluntarily take a knee and the rest start counting, it should be a knockdown. If that's a knockdown, I win the fight. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not banking on that knockdown to win. I just thought I pulled it out.
What happens next?
Shit, I hope we can run it back. I want to run it back for sure.
But it wasn't just that moment. It was the entire fight. Tank wasn't prepared, and it showed. Lamont Roach, on the other hand, was composed. He had a game plan, and he executed it flawlessly.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning, and you know, like, you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can like get disqualified for all that, or like when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
For those of you who still think Gervonta won, consider this. Roach outlanded Tank in punches, and he came very close to stealing the fight. If it weren't for the controversial scoring, we might be talking about a whole different outcome right now. Okay, so here's where it gets interesting. A lot of people are going to look at Broner's comments and think, it's just Broner being Broner. Right? But this time, I think Broner is spot on. Why? Because he's talking about the one thing that no one else has really addressed: Tank's need for growth.
They asked Adrien after the fight, do you think you're going to get credit for the way you fought Pacquiao? He said, fuck credit, I got cash.
Broner's point isn't just about calling out Tank's weaknesses. It's about challenging him to take it to the next level. Broner sees something in Tank, but he also sees that Tank might be too comfortable in his current state. Broner's trying to push him, not tear him down.
Radio Raheem with Gervonta Davis and Adrien Broner. When the announcement was made that Porter was victorious, did you agree with the decision? You have an opinion on who won the fight? Adrien, do you feel like talking? Because we saw your boy Errol Spence get up there, call out Porter, say that that's the fight he wants next. How would you see that fight shaking out should it happen? Break it down for me. Gervonta?
About who? Porter is a good fighter. I feel like Porter is a good fighter, but I don't see him like bringing something to the table that Errol can't take, you know. So I'm pulling for Errol for sure.
About whether or not Porter's able to make a jet.
That, you know, Sean Errol just.
He's also making a point about the longevity of Tank's career. If Tank keeps skating by on his power alone, he won't last long at the top. He needs to develop his footwork, his defense, and his mental toughness if he wants to stay relevant in this competitive era.
This is my opinion. Sure. It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses the decision or I think a draw was meant to be. So I like the draw. No, if you take a knee, man, if you take a knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking a point off. That's the bottom line. You're taking a point off. I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. The referee with the eyes, he's like, a point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not, look, did Gervonta get hit? Was he dazed? Who knows? Only he knows. But what I saw, when you take a knee, that's an automatic point. That's just the rule. This is not basketball. This is not, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, I mean, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what New York is gonna settle on, but the rules are the rules.
And let's be real. Broner's been in the spotlight long enough to know what it takes to maintain greatness. If Gervonta Davis can't get his act together and make the necessary adjustments, he could lose his spot as the face of the lightweight division. Tank needs to either step it up or face the fact that fighters like Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and even Adrien Broner himself could be the future.
It was a close fight.
I'm not surprised the way Lamont fought. I knew Lamont was going to come to fight. It was an opportunity of a lifetime. He did a good job. He fought a great fight.
What went wrong with Tank Davis? I mean, I was
what was wrong with him? Every night in boxing is not your best, you feel me? But at least you got the draw.
Would you like to see a rematch of this or jump into a fight with Shakur Stevenson?
Whatever they want to do. You think it was a draw? I don't know. It was a good fight.
Appreciate it, Danny.
Here's the twist. Though Gervonta doesn't seem like he's in any rush for a rematch with Lamont Roach. Why's that? Simple. Tank got exposed in a way he wasn't expecting. And now he's avoiding that second meeting. There's a rematch clause in his contract, but Tank's been silent about it. Why do you think that is? Here's what's going down behind the scenes. Lamont Roach has been begging for that rematch. He wants to prove that his first performance wasn't a fluke, and that he can take Tank down for good. But Tank? He's been dodging the confrontation. Why? Because deep down, he knows Roach figured him out. Roach was on top of his game and took advantage of Tank's mistakes. A rematch might expose those weaknesses even further.
Why are you retiring?
What changed? What made this shit trash, garbage? If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything? Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to.
You think you might regain the love for it though? You never know. Like say you got to swap today.
And here's the kicker. The New York State Athletic Commission reviewed the fight after the controversy, and they found a lot of issues with Tank's performance. But despite all the talk, the result still stands as a draw. That means Tank could have lost if the ref made a different call in the 9th round.
If that was kind of a knockdown, I would win the majority decision. Honestly, I thought I should have won without that. But the rules do state if you voluntarily take a knee, then that's an automatic 8 count.
Now, here's where we leave you with something to think about. Gervonta Davis is at a crossroads in his career. He can either take Broner's words to heart and work on becoming a more complete fighter, or he can continue to rest on his laurels and risk becoming irrelevant. What do you think? Is Tank avoiding the rematch because he's scared of Roach? Or is there something deeper going on that we're not seeing? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think Tank has what it takes to come back stronger, or is he done at the top? If you liked the video, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for all the latest news in boxing. I'll catch you in the next video.